September 2020, Bullitt County, Kentucky, a place where the days are long and the nights are serene. Nestled in the heart of the bluegrass state, this county is known for its rolling hills and close-knit community, a place where life usually unfolds at a slower pace. Neighbors greet each other with warm smiles, and the air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers and freshly cut grass. But beneath the surface of this tranquil community, a chilling mystery began to brew. The skies darkened, and an unsettling feeling began to creep into the hearts of the residents. Justin Burt, a young man with a life full of promise, vanished without a trace. He was well-loved, known for his infectious laughter and kind heart. Days turned into weeks. Hope dwindled with each passing moment. Where could he be? The once vibrant community was now overshadowed by a growing sense of dread. The community, once a haven of peace, now buzzed with anxiety and speculation. Conversations in the local diner shifted from daily pleasantries to hushed whispers about Justin's fate. Friends and family, their hearts heavy with dread, searched tirelessly, clinging to the slimmest threads of hope. They combed through forests, fields, and abandoned buildings, refusing to give up. But as time went on, the chilling realization that something was terribly wrong settled in. The once hopeful faces now bore the weight of despair. Justin's disappearance was no ordinary case. It drew the attention of local law enforcement and seasoned detectives, all baffled by the lack of clues. It was the start of a nightmare that would haunt Bullitt County for years to come, leaving a scar on the community that would never fully heal. As investigators dug deeper into Justin's life, their attention focused on a couple living close by, Brandon and Nicole Stivers. The couple had always seemed like the perfect neighbors, friendly and unassuming, but as the investigation progressed, the facade began to crack. Whispers of a confrontation, a possible altercation at the Stivers' residence began to circulate. Neighbors recalled hearing raised voices and seeing unusual activity around their home on the night in question. Had Justin's path crossed with the Stivers on that fateful day? The timeline was murky, but there were hints that their lives had intersected in ways no one had previously considered. The pieces of the puzzle were starting to come together, but they formed a picture too grim to comprehend. Each new piece of evidence seemed to point to a darker truth, one that was difficult for the investigators to accept. The pressure mounted on Brandon and Nicole as investigators questioned their accounts, their stories seemingly riddled with inconsistencies. The couple's once coherent narrative began to unravel under scrutiny. The truth, it seemed, lay hidden beneath layers of deception. Every answer the Stivers gave seemed to lead to more questions, more doubts. The couple, once regarded as ordinary members of the community, now found themselves at the heart of a rapidly unfolding investigation. The community, shocked and bewildered, watched as the Stivers' lives were dissected and examined in the harsh light of suspicion. The walls of silence finally crumbled, revealing a story that had been hidden in the shadows for far too long. Nicole Stivers, her face etched with a mixture of fear and remorse, broke down under the weight of her own secrets. Her confession sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone in a state of disbelief and horror. She admitted to being present during a violent encounter between her husband Brandon and Justin Burt, a confrontation that escalated beyond anyone's control. But the confession, far from providing closure, only deepened the mystery, leaving investigators with more questions than answers. Nicole's words painted a horrifying picture, one that was almost too gruesome to believe. She claimed Brandon, consumed by a fit of rage, had attacked Justin with a ferocity that was terrifying to witness. Amidst the chaos, she confessed to shooting Justin in the cheek, a moment that would haunt her forever. But the most chilling detail was yet to come. The disposal of Justin's body, a plan so sinister it seemed like something out of a nightmare. Her words, delivered in a shaky voice, revealed a plan so cold and calculated that it sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned investigators. The courtroom was filled with a palpable tension as everyone absorbed the gravity of her confession. Nicole's testimony was not just a recounting of events, but a window into the darkest corners of human nature, leaving an indelible mark on all who heard it. According to Nicole's confession, she and Brandon had acted quickly and ruthlessly to cover up their crime. They bundled Justin's lifeless body into their car, a chilling cargo hidden from view. Driven by fear and desperation, they embarked on a grim journey under the cover of darkness. Their destination, the Ohio River. Under the pale moonlight, they committed the final act of their gruesome plan. With heavy hearts and even heavier consciences, they consigned Justin's body to the murky depths of the river. The current, indifferent to the tragedy it concealed, swallowed the evidence of their heinous crime. Section 5. The Ohio River's depths. The Ohio River, once a symbol of life and trade, now held a dark secret. Divers scoured the riverbed, their search hampered by the river's currents and the passage of time. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no sign of Justin's body. The river, it seemed, had become his watery grave. The missing body only amplified the anguish of Justin's loved ones. Without the solace of a proper burial, their grief was compounded by a sense of agonizing uncertainty. The river, once a source of tranquility, now served as a constant reminder of their loss and the unanswered questions that haunted them. Section 6. A community seeks justice. The news of Nicole's confession spread through Bullitt County like wildfire. The community, once united in hope, now grappled with a mixture of anger, grief, and disbelief. How could such a horrific act occur in their midst? The courthouse became the epicenter of their shared pain as the legal proceedings began. The prosecution, armed with Nicole's confession and forensic evidence, presented a compelling case. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as they meticulously laid out the events leading to Justin's death. The defense, however, sought to portray Nicole as a victim of circumstance, a wife trapped in an abusive relationship. Section 7. A mother's anguish. Through the legal back and forth, one figure remained constant, Justin's mother. Her face, etched with grief and determination, became a poignant symbol of a mother's love and her unwavering pursuit of justice for her son. With every court appearance, she carried the weight of her loss with quiet dignity. Her voice, though trembling at times, resonated with a powerful mix of sorrow and defiance. She demanded answers, seeking closure that seemed perpetually out of reach. Her pain transcended the courtroom walls, touching the hearts of everyone present. Section 8. The weight of guilt. Nicole Stivers, burdened by the weight of her confession, became the prosecution's star witness. Her testimony, often delivered through tears and visible remorse, provided a chilling first-hand account of the events that unfolded on that fateful day. Her words, a mix of self-preservation and genuine remorse, painted a picture of a toxic relationship and a husband prone to fits of rage. She maintained that she had acted out of fear, but her role in the cover-up cast a long shadow over her claims. Section 10. Sentenced but not resolved. The jury's verdict sent shockwaves through the community. Nicole Stivers, found guilty of manslaughter and tampering with evidence, was sentenced to 30 years in prison. But the absence of Justin's body cast a long shadow over the proceedings. The trial may have ended, but the case remained open, a constant reminder that true justice remained elusive. The community, while relieved that Nicole Stivers would be held accountable for her actions, couldn't shake the feeling that a chapter remained unfinished. As Section 11. A haunting absence. The case of Justin Burt's disappearance stands as a stark reminder of the dark side of human nature, a chilling tale of violence and deceit that shook a peaceful community to its core. But beyond the headlines and court proceedings lies a profound sense of loss. Justin's laughter, his dreams, his very presence, all erased in a moment of unthinkable violence. And while justice may have been served to some degree, the haunting absence of Justin's body continues to cast a long shadow over Bullitt County, a constant reminder of a life tragically cut short and a mystery yet to be fully unraveled.